All right, here we go again, guys. This is Jose Trujillo, Josetrujallo, and I spell my name because you just may not know my name. I mean, as a matter of fact, you don't know my name. I'm a painter who's not famous, so I gotta spell my name out, guys. So today I'm going to make a awesome painting to share it here with you guys. And let me get my Starbucks. Check it out. Bam. What do I show off my Starbucks? I don't know. In hopes that one day, maybe what's that guy's name? Schultz, whatever his name is from Starbucks. You may see it and be like, dude, I like how you paint, and I like that you drink Starbucks. Here, let me hook you up with the Starbucks. Hook you. So check it out, guys. Very awesome stuff. Why? Because it's just the way it is, My artwork starts with doodles. I love doodling. Sometimes I'll try to, do more realistic drawing or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though it looks nice to do realistic drawing, and people go, ooh, I recognize that. I have a thing for doodles. And this is one of the things I want to talk to you about. Many of us have been sold, and yes, I mean sold, the idea that in order for you to create any sort of art, you're supposed to create it in a certain way, meaning some level of realism. I know I've been hearing that everywhere I go online. There's a lot of talk on the proper way of painting. It's not necessarily realism, but it's the proper way. What is the right way? And even when people talk about my videos, they're like, well, you don't do it the proper way. And I see every artist create artwork, and I'm always confused as to what this proper way is. And I get it that some people are talking about laws in artwork. There's certain rules and certain things that work, right? Work for generations, and people keep using them. And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to say is that there is no right or wrong way. So if someone's selling to you that there is a specific way, and that way you need to sell. I don't know. They need to sell you. I'm sorry. That way, you're probably selling yourself short. And this is what I mean by it. Many people tend to teach that this, what I believe is a very stupid idea of here, do it right first, and then you can go play artist with abstract art. I see some people, so many people talk about this, not just some. You first have to do it right, and then you can do it wrong, right? But they don't tell you wrong, they just tell you, and then you can do something else, which is the opposite of right? Do it right, and then you can, I don't know, go fuck around. That's what it feels like. So I want to tell you, don't buy into that, guys. Now, if that's something that interests you, creating artwork a specific way, I'm not bashing on that. I'm not. What I'm bashing at, I guess, if I'm bashing at anything, is is bashing on anything, if it makes any sense. Like, it doesn't matter how you create artwork, you know? Why is it right? Why is it wrong? You know, I don't think that what they do is right or wrong. You can take just about any realist painter or academic painter, and they all look the same. Or you can take any modern, realist painter, and if you compare their works by those of, the great masters like Cézanne, not Cézanne, but Rubens or Rembrandt, their works, their works may look like shit compared to that, completely like shit. If you've been to museums, if you have the privilege to see any of those masterworks, they look nothing in terms of what they're claiming to be, in comparison to works like that. So this is the reason I'm saying this, and I'm not trying to bash on this artist. The reason I'm saying is because everybody seems to have the truth as to how to paint. Everybody seems to. This is like the kung fu movies, like my master kicks your master's butt, And I think it's a bunch of BS, because it doesn't matter how you do it, and it doesn't matter that you do it a certain way or that you want to learn from a certain artist. That's pretty cool, but it can't be the right way, because there is no right way. There's many ways of creating artwork. And I'm not even talking about the progressive artists, right? The avant-gardes, right? Because everybody kind of goes there like, well, yeah, but they're pushing the envelope, so they're allowed to do whatever they want. I'm not even talking about the avant-garde artists. I'm just talking in general. There's you can take anyone who creates realist work and put them side by side with another realist painter, and they might get certain values, right, to resonate. But at the end of the day, the style is different. The way they start, the way they end the work, it's very different. Now, the work might look similar at the end, but everybody does it in different ways. So, and I'm not talking about the touch of the artist. That's another element in there, right? What in Spanish we call mano, right? The mano, which is your special signature style. So, I'm just trying to say, guys, don't buy into that. You are good enough. I said that in another video. No one has told me that. That's not why I'm saying it. No one told me. No one went no one bursted my bubble, and I'm trying to get him back. It's just that I believe that it's not good for artists especially artists who are trying to get started. It's not good information. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go in and train academically if you want to. That's perfect. But that is not the only way, and that's certainly not the way, right? There's many ways, and if you see what Monet was doing, these guys were all dropouts from. I'm not saying you have to drop out, right? But they're dropouts from art school, and from what I understand, like guys like Monet, they went to the lesser, salon or art teacher than what his dad wanted, right? His dad wanted him to go to a good school, and he ended up going to after his dad gave in, right? Those of you who are art nerds know that. After his dad gave in to allowing him to be an artist, he told him, sure, whatever, go to an art school, but you can be an artist, but you gotta be a serious guy, and you have to go to a traditional school and this and that. And this guy, no, Monet was like, and along with the other guys, as you know the story, those are just impressionists, but we can find that correlation over and over with artists. And of course, they were the avant-gardists, right? Again, this doesn't just fit to that. It could be anyone. I mean, I don't know, any artist. You don't have to paint a specific way. I know some people tell me, well, do I have to paint like you in order to be? Because I talk a lot about being present, right? A lot about being in the moment and really really being one with it, right? Don't overthink and go for it. And I get people telling me because they see that I paint a lot. I paint furious. I paint a lot. I don't paint one painting a day. I paint multiples. It's how I keep myself fresh. It's how I train myself. It's how I learn to see differently. And people have asked me, do I need to do as many works as you do? No, you don't. You don't have to do anything like me. All I'm saying is, whatever you do it with intensity. And I mean intensity is do it with a lot of attention. And attention ends up being here I go again, okay? Attention, in my understanding, is no thought. You can't have thought and attention at the same time. Then you have no attention. That's why teachers used to snap their fingers or be like, come on, wake up, wake up. It doesn't mean that you were not in the classroom there in front of the teacher. It meant that the teacher understood that you were not paying attention, that your thoughts were in, I don't know, your sweetheart or mom and dad at home or whatever your thoughts were, but they were not there, right? So, guys, I will leave you with that. The name is Awesomeness Jose Trujillo. Awesomeness. I'm the greatest living artist. And, like it, don't like it, I don't know. Hey, if you find any cool stuff here, I'm trying to bring you guys the meat and bones, okay? I don't wanna BS you guys and be like, this is how you hold a brush. Oh, come on. Really? It's been so many years. Hold it however you want. And look at me, and if you like the way I hold it like that. You might like it. If you don't, hold it differently. There is no one way. I used to hold the brush like this all the time. This is how I held the brush for years. And then I was like, oh, this hurts right here after making, so many paintings too often, right? So I flipped it back and forth. I would start using it like that, and then I went back, and then like that. And then I used to use it like this. And then I went back again. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep painting, you will start creating that groove. But if you like the way I do it and that'll get you going, then do that. I'll leave you again. This time for real, for real. The name is Jose Trujillo. Let me sign my awesomeness right here. You guys be cool. You guys keep it real. Keep it real weird. Don't allow crazy, crazy artists bully you into submission that you need to do things a certain way. You don't. You can always come here to this channel and I will always tell you, hey, keep growing, but it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't. And if you want it to be something, cool. But it doesn't have to, is what I'm trying to say. If you want to paint like Cezanne, go for it. Go for it. I'm just trying to say, look, don't have the pressure of it. Don't build the pressure of it. If you want it, be enthusiastic and go for it. But you don't have to. Again, I hammered that horse. I killed that horse. Take care, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.